Hey, everybody. Welcome to the October Great Awakening update. All right. What keeps playing through my head is rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. Oh my gosh. So I bring that up because we have the victory, guys. Don't forget that. Every bad thing that happens to you, cheer and say, the end is near. We have the victory. The end is near. Just keep proclaiming that because it's here. And we're about to see some massive shifts real soon. We're already starting to see them. I already sense them. Although, so there's definitely energy of change in the air. So this is a super exciting time. So I just wanted to look into some energies. Some of the things I feel like I need you to keep in mind this month to kind of fend off the negative energies as we're just about over the hump. It's so funny because the way that these Nefarians think is like crazy. People in a victim mentality, they don't realize that everybody's going to get theirs. Okay. Everybody who's either done bad all this time, they're going to get theirs. And everybody who's done good all this time is going to get theirs. But a lot of people, the light workers, have been through hell and back with all the Nefarians leeching off of our energy and sacrificing us and sacrificing our dreams and sacrificing our mentality and sacrificing our, mental health, our physical health, and all these things through all these different attacks and all of their magic through the years. This is our time to reap our harvest for all the good that we've done while they've been doing all of that. So they think that they can put the kibosh on you getting your dreams come true because they feel like, well, if you're going to get your dreams come true, then I better get something from that. Or then I better get something that I want out of it. Why do you feel you have the right to somebody else's goodness? What an entitled attitude. It's like, what? Do you know all the hell you put that person through all these years? They've paid the price. There is no bargaining at this point. You're going down. You're going down. You may as well just take your damn lumps. You know what I'm saying? Your consequences are coming for all the stuff you've done to all these good-hearted people who've been healing themselves. Anybody in a victim mentality right now, you better snap out of it quick. You better get out of it quick. If you're trying to say, well, if I don't get to be with my man, then they sure as hell aren't going to get it, or they're doing this to me, so I'm going to get them back. If you're having any kind of attitude like that, you better get that in check fast, because thank you, because you are going to be reaping some really unwanted consequences. So get right. Straighten up and fly right. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like, it's time to really kind of grow up. Everybody's just got to grow up. Everybody comes to that point, you guys. The light workers have been abused and traumatized and put through all this stuff. And they had a chance to call themselves victims themselves and probably even had worse stuff done to them than you have. And they decided to keep loving. They decided to heal it. They decided to not, they had that mentality, I'm sure, at some point. I know I did. I mean, I thought everybody else it was everybody else's fault, I was sure about it. I was sure everybody was making me do this or making me do that or whatever, So we've all been there. But when you become really self-aware, when you grow up, basically, when you mature, you take a good look at yourself and you're able to laugh at yourself, and you're able to just let it all roll off of you. And when you see your ego for what it is, you crack up because you're not taking it so seriously anymore. And you know that it's true. And the quicker you can laugh at it, and the quicker you can just slough it off, or the quicker you can have compassion for the other person or forgive the other person, because you know they know not what they do, because they're the same way you were years ago, before you decided to grow up. You know, they're just adult children. That's all these Nefarians are. Well, some of them have to feed off that loosh, and even that could be changing potentially. I'm not going to go into detail, but a hint would be, have you seen Monsters Inc.? They were trying to tell us in there what the answer is. So hope you're paying attention to that movie. Let's just say I've been having fun in the background. I've been having some fun playing around. So yeah, it's time for everybody to reap their harvest, and here comes the fall. Perfect time to be for those of us light workers to come into a time of celebration, restitution, I just heard. And yeah, even had a conversation with the angel of death recently. That was an interesting one. So all right, so here's some things that you need to be working with as tools going forward for the month of October. I will just say right off, when you're dealing with flat out evil, if you feel like you're dealing with something that just, that's just like beyond you, pink, use pink energy. They hate that. They hate pink. They hate unicorns. They just anything loving. They can't stand it. So pour on the pink. Imagine your whole place filled up with pink energy. Definitely, if you have not seen the video Know Thyself, please watch that video. It is one of the most important videos you'll ever watch in your life. It's going to be a huge eye-opener, and it's very true. And that's the biggest realization we're probably coming to soon. Also, the Know Thyself video has kind of a live video that I followed with, where I'm chatting with you guys about that video and even expanding even further. So please watch those. Those are so important. Okay. So if somebody's messing with your head, making you confused, making you doubtful, star anise, ANISE. Go get some of that as an essential oil. You can rub it burns a little bit. Don't get it in your eyes, but rub a little tiny bit on your temples and maybe on your upper lip so you can smell it. And just take that in and you'll gain some clarity. Okay. Scan your body for blockages and remove them if you know how to do that. Otherwise, you can have somebody like me remove those blockages for you. That's why it's so important to heal also and not be a victim, because you're either a victim or you're healing, or you've healed it. Because if you're over here being a victim, you're walking around with a big target on your back. The dark forces are looking for those targets. They're looking for you to have something that you feel sensitive about. If you feel sensitive about it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to throw a lower astral entity at you, and it's going to take you over. It's going to make you 10 times more what you were before. So if you think you were a little bit insecure when you started, and the dark entities see that, they're like, ho, ho, ho. And they jump in your body, and I see them all the time. I'm constantly having to remove those from people. You'll go from a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, and you'll go off the scale, 10, 12, 13 in insecurity. It'll make you way, way worse of whatever you already had. But if you don't have that thing in you, but in the first place, or you're not feeling insecure because you heal it, because you do Byron Katie's work or whatever to truly heal it on as deeply as you can, then you don't have any target. There's no wiggle room for Satan to get in or the dark forces to get in. So, and always remember, any kind of negative feeling you have is some kind of spell or a curse that was put on you. It's negative artificial intelligence. It's a thought form. So stop believing the lies. Stop believing that that's you. Somebody's out there doing the little voodoo trick, or doing their little Ouija board, or doing their little, they got like they're programming the matrix. They're on this little computer and they're make them all feel insecure. And they send it all out. And all these people are going, oh, I just feel so insecure about how I look right now. Do I look okay? Do I do that? They don't even know that they're just like these little puppets, and the dark side is just pulling the strings. So stop falling for the illusions and quit thinking that that's you. That's not you thinking those negative things. You can't think those things. You may be in the habit of thinking those things because you believed it most of your life, but you're not those things, and those things are thinking you. You have a choice whether to take that on and believe it or not. So now that we're becoming wise to it and we're awakening to that level of things, we can catch it and be like, I don't believe you, Satan. Forget it. I don't think so. That's not my thought. I'm not taking that. That doesn't even make any sense. So, yeah, quit falling for the tricks. Rise above it. And if somebody's got to be animating you, somebody's got to be operating you, somebody has to be pulling the strings in a way. So either it's going to be the dark forces through your ego, the negative AI, and the spells and the curses and all that stuff, or you're being influenced by God. How do you get influenced by God and make sure that that's who's influencing you and you're like the living will of God? You have to cultivate the presence within you, the feeling of aliveness in your body. And I know I repeat myself, but it's so important to know that. And there are ways to practice that. And I can help you with that in a session too. One of the ways is to just be aware of any kind of tingling or aliveness in your body and cultivate that. Stoke it like a fire. And then you also can set a set of eyeballs right here looking at you, like being the observer of you. So I'm talking to you right now, but I'm aware that there are these eyeballs looking back at me. You might feel it warm your heart when you feel that, or you might feel it in your tummy. But wherever you feel that, that's like consciousness. That's God. And it's just watching you from a really neutral place. Like, let me observe you being emotional right now. Let me see you wiggle out of an uncomfortable situation and lie. Let me see you put on that fake face, pretending everything is okay and that you're really, that you're not trying to stab that person in the back behind their back or whatever. And just observe yourself in all the different ways that you try to manipulate life. Or just doing mundane things like reading a book or watching something, whatever you're doing. Try to split your energy and your attention and put it on the consciousness within you. And that, the more that you, of that God source energy you have coursing through you, that you cultivate and stoke like a fire, the more you're going to be led to do God's will. That's how that happens. You don't there's no such thing as like, I'm going to choose to do good things or I'm going to choose to do bad things. It doesn't quite work that way. Your essential nature is pure goodness. But we ignore it by having all these distractions, by believing all the curses and stuff put on us, that's us. So just know what is what and who is who and who you are, and you won't get so messed with. And then you'll naturally and easily give and love and be unconditionally loving. You can't fake it. You can't choose to do this good thing. You're just going to be a fake person. You can't fake that stuff. You have to literally really know who you are and let all the nonsense, illusory stuff go. All right. Ask Anastasia to help. Especially those of you who love to garden and grow things and talk to plants and trees. That is a really good thing to be doing right now. We're all unifying, all beings. So make friends with trees and bushes and anything green that grows. Make friends with it. Touch their leaves. We all need to come together right now and be there for each other. And they can give to us the oxygen we need. They can give to us, there's just a wealth of beautiful wisdom that we can gain from nature in any way, shape, or form that we can. So if we can't unify with each other right now because of the distance between us or whatever, go to trees and go to nature. Ground before you go to bed. Go outside and stand on the grass for a while, barefoot, in the grass, because it'll take all that loosh out of you and put it in the ground. And that way somebody else can't feast off of your energy when you go to bed. And I have another trick that I've told the daily boosters. You guys know what that is. All right. Use holy water. You can make some holy water. Use a crystal if you've got one, and use colors. That's what's recommended for October. Now, to make holy water. I mean, there are recipes online that you can follow, or you could buy holy water if you believe it. The whole thing is everything's a placebo, so you have to believe in whatever it is. But it's really all about intention too. So like when I make holy water, I start with distilled water. I put some miracle water in it, because why not? If I'm trying to create miracles and magic, then you add some miracle water. It's not necessarily miracle water. It's just really good for your face and your skin and things like that. But I like to put it in there just because the name. I mean, it's like, I am miracle water. Okay, miracle water. Here's your job to do. So you mix distilled water, miracle water, maybe if you have it. It's none of this is anything particular. You could use frankincense. You could use sandalwood. High vibe lavender, like a really good quality lavender, a really good quality rose. What else? Siberian fir oil, or pine, some kind of pine oil. I can't think of anything else, but like anything that's super high vibe would be great to put in there. For that matter, you could use a diffuser in your room as you sleep and just fill it up with all of those same things. And just keep it pumping through your room. Your room will be filled with holy water all night, and you'll be sleeping in that wonderful holy water mist. You could use frankincense and myrrh incense sticks. And remember also, if anything negative happens in your life, go through and sage your home immediately. You may have to do it every single day, maybe even twice a day if a lot's going on. But just keep clearing the energy of your home. Otherwise, it'll linger and go into the next day and just kind of follow along. So you want to make sure that you get rid of every incident that happens, right after it happens while it's fresh. Okay, anything else? You're about to see miracles. I just heard it again. You're about to see miracles. So I'm going to pull some from my God cards. Something's bubbling to the surface. A lot is bubbling to the surface. There might be a volcano about to blow. Okay. Set your mind on things above, not earthly things. Okay. Why would that be? Because that's ultimately all that's going to hold you mentally clear and capable, is what I'm getting. I mean, we could say the obvious. Don't be worldly, be godly, but when you really look at it, none of the stuff, Satan's the master of illusions and lies. So we can get mixed up pretty easily when we listen to a bunch of stuff on social media. So when you can be kind of an anchor of light in presence, you're so much more powerful. And remember also too, that the vibration of authenticity and sincerity, speaking truth and being honest about who you are, and the things that come out of your mouth are that your absolute truth. That is like 400 times stronger than love even. All right. All things work together for good. So that's just a reminder that even when there's a shit show going on out there, like with all the stuff going on, that's just total chaos and frightful, and all of that's going on. Like I said, like celebrate those moments where you're tempted to be scared and be like, I'm so excited. It's all about to blow. It's all getting discovered now. It's all coming out in the open. We're seeing it for what it is. And it's becoming like so obvious. These guys are so desperate to get us in a place where we're producing more loosh for them, because they feed off of that, right? So just be celebratory, feel victorious, know that we've got the victory, because we do, because love always trumps, love always wins, always. They may be able to put things off or delay them for a little bit, but they, inevitably God wins. Consciousness wins. So, so be putting your bet in that corner. Don't waste your time and energy on that over there, because you want to be cultivating what you do want. So you want your thoughts and energy on what you're trying to produce. So the more pure you are, both in thought and deed and intention, the more you're going to be helped, and the universe will conspire on your behalf. That is a fact. It's been proven in so many ways, and even in my own life. So the universe has totally got your back. And if you just watched the Daily Boost from last week, you know exactly what I mean. Because I shared a really, really profound story of the universe having somebody's back. That's a little shocking. A little shocking. So, yeah, you're covered, but you've got to stay pure of heart. And if you're not pure of heart, you better get there, and quick. Talk to somebody that you feel is more mature than you. Be like, how did you get there? How did you become this way? How did you get past this feeling of victimhood? How did you get past feeling this way and that way and wanting to lash out and take revenge? I mean, we all feel like that from time to time, but forgive yourself even. Have godly sorrow, not worldly sorrow. That means do something about it. We all, as long as we're in this 3D experience, which we are, and until you're enlightened, you're gonna give in to the tricks of the ego. And this is not public knowledge yet. I mean, it hasn't reached the massive population realizing that it's all what I said in the beginning of this video, that we're all getting duped by curses and spells. So once that becomes an idea that everybody realizes and embraces, there's going to be some waking up pretty fast. So, but a godly sorrow would be like, I want to do something about this. I'm going to get real. I'm going to have a sincere conversation where I'm actually telling people my truth, not trying to, pussyfoot around, or not try to appease everybody or tell them what they want to hear or any of that. Like, just saying it straight up with kindness and compassion, but straight up. This is how it is, what I think about it, and this is where I'd like to get, but I'm not quite there yet. But here's the truth, and so it's like, do something to rectify the situation. That's godly sorrow. If you have worldly sorrow, it's, oh, but I've already ruined everything. It's like giving up, and it's like, oh, woe is me. Then you become like a martyr about it, and then it doesn't do anybody any good. Okay. You have my mark upon you, and it cannot be taken from you. So as long as you are being present, especially those of you who have had some kind of an enlightenment experience, a lot of you have. But if you cultivate or stoke that fire within you, if you stoke that God source energy feeling within you, which is you, essentially, then, you've got God's mark upon you. So the beast cannot overcome you. The 3D cannot come up to the 5D. You're a 5D person, though, but you keep slinking down into the 3D, which is why, all this stuff's happening. Keep up in the 5D as much as you can, and you're going to minimize the other effects. I love you beyond measure. Okay. Do not fall for Satan's tricks. See through the illusion. There you go. So God's like, yep, it's all an illusion. You got to see through it. You will not be shaken. So there could be some shaking going on. Remember, when Satan comes, he's like a roaring lion seeking to devour whoever he can. He's trying to find someone he can do it to, but you can say no. Don't let him lie to you or intimidate you. All he can ever do is cause some kind of illusion or a lie to happen. That's really all the power he's got. So don't let him intimidate you, and you take your power back. And if you can't think of anything to say in a particular moment, just yell no. I do not consent. No. He'll know you're talking to him. Hell is in our head. It's the absence of my light. Focus on me, God says. So it's true. You cannot suffer. The only suffering you ever have is by thinking a thought. It's by believing those ego thought forms that come through. That's the only hell we can have. Because stuff can be happening all around you, and if you're totally neutral and don't give a crap at all, it can't affect you. So if you're just in your light bubble, let the show go down. Just be like, okay, interesting. But you can only do that if you're really totally immersed in that 5D energy. Nothing can stop my plan for your life. So don't you worry, you're going to be stopped just short of you having your dreams come true. God's going to see to it that you guys are rewarded, that you're going to, good job, faithful servant, by wanting and striving to live in God's will. You're going to get yours. You're going to get yours. If you are aware you are rich, you will be. So just keep affirming that. I am aware that I'm a wealthy woman. Just say that. I realize I'm a wealthy woman. I'm aware that I'm a wealthy woman or man. But keep saying that like it's real, and you'll create that reality, and you'll just manifest it easier. Just own it. Totally own it. I got to take a drink. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to find out which guides are going to be helping us in October, and helping us with what exactly? Okay. Which guide is helping us in the month of October, please? I just saw a $. We know that the fiat's about to go down. So however you need to prepare for that, do that. All right. Hell, of course. The end of a cycle. That's good though. Okay. Hell, what do you want to tell us? We can learn from everything in life. Yeah, and that whole idea of all things work together for good. No matter what anybody tries, when you're of the light, everything always gets flipped around. Somebody might be trying to mess with you in one way, and it gets all whoop and ends up totally working in your favor. That's just the magic of being on God's side. Okay. The appearance of hell signifies that an experience has come to a completion. Yay! Don't worry. Hell doesn't bring importance of physical death. She represents the two constants in life, the dying of the old and rebirth of the new. And I just saw a snake shedding its skin. So hell is a skilled spiritual midwife guiding you through a major transition. A part of your life is definitely coming to a close. How about Babylon closing its doors for good? Thank you, God. And yet endings herald physical and spiritual renewal. Don't be afraid. You're preparing for transformation. So remember to celebrate. They didn't say that in here, but I'm just saying, it's that all the stuff that we're about to see, the big, huge showdown that's about to happen. Take it, just keep anchoring yourself in God's energy. If you're very reluctant to embrace important change, it can make the transition prolonged and difficult. Hell understands that letting go of what was can be hard. Our tendency can be to cling to the familiar and to the past, but the next chapter of your life is arriving, and it promises fresh, exciting experiences. So be open to what's coming next. Yay! Tell you what, I think we're all desiring change right now, whatever it is. It's bring it. As long as they're not trying to control us, then let's see some change here. Okay, I'm gonna pull some of. I think these are called crystal angels cards. All right, so what do we need to know? Or maybe, the crystals card was used in there. So a minute ago as just something that we could work with this month. So are there some particular things we need to work on and or a crystal that we need to use in the month of October, please? Spiritual path, turquoise. Well, the more authentic we're becoming, the more sincere we're becoming, we're aligning with our path, our true path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So there we go. There's angel guiding you to abundance too, because turquoise brings in money. And look at all the gold on that rock. So as you get aligned with God's will and you start really lining up for, with the goodness in life, everything starts just working out incredible for everybody involved. Not just you, but everybody. It's a win-win for everyone. So God will pump all this wealth and abundance and stuff at you. So because he knows that you're going to be really responsible with it. You're going to put it in the right places. You're going to do the right things with it. Okay. And this is the time for that to happen, because this is the time of the harvest and the celebration coming up. Give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So maybe don't try to control so much. And when you are present in the moment, you are literally like giving it all up. It feels very vulnerable and uncomfortable because you can't think, you can't plan, you can't strategize. You just have to I'm here to tell you, if you totally surrender and you drop all ideas of past and future and you just stay right in the moment and stoke that fire, everything just works out. It just does, just naturally and easily. It's just like I said, the more present you are and the more pure you are, the more the universe conspires to make everything work out for you really beautifully. So be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So, I feel like, I don't know what did I just do spiritual path? I think I did one just before that too, though, didn't I? Oh yeah, let go. So I think for some reason, I feel like spiritual path is in the beginning of October. And I feel like that let it go to God is in the middle of October. And I feel the end of it is be gentle with yourself and like rest and recover. So, yeah, that's interesting. Can you tell us some more that we might need? Oh, and that's, whoa, where did they all go? What did I just do? Unnecessary worries. Yay. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Okay. So what was I going to say? Oh, citrine. One of those is citrine. Love life is coming up. Well, of course, that makes sense because we're aligning with our true path. New or renewed romantic love is here for you in October. So that's rose quartz. If you have a rose quartz, you might put that under your pillow or, sit with it or whatever you feel like. And dolomite, I don't even know what that is. Oh, amber is the give it to God. Oops, there you go. Amber is the give it to God. Dolomite, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So remember that you are a co-creator. You're helping create whatever's to come. So watch your thoughts carefully. Watch your thoughts really, really carefully and only align with good. Answered prayers. All your great work is open the door for divine solutions and support. Unakite. And then one more. Sujilite. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. There you go. Time to step into your power. Get past that people-pleasing and victimhood, and you make the result you want. You are in charge. Nobody can make you do anything. You may feel that way, but it's not true. It's an illusion. So let yourself sparkle and shine, opal. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So that which you've been hiding with all your people pleasing, it's time to say, this is what I am. This is who I am. And you can't take that from me. And I'm going to be it. And I'm going to be unique. And I'm going to stand out and be different. Because God made me this way. So I'm going to be my own unique self. And I'm going to be completely authentic and just say it like it is. And then you will be, he just said, vastly rewarded for that. That's the energies we're coming into in October, guys. It's pretty exciting. All right. Sword of Light. We'll look at some of these. I just saw ready for a move. You might be moving. Somebody might be moving. Some of you might be. Some of you may stay put and have somebody like live with you or something. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make changes that you've been contemplating. So maybe you've been waiting a while to make that move, to get the funding or whatever. And maybe the funding comes through for you to make that move in your career or in love or making a move or whatever it is it's gonna be. What else do we need to know about the month of October, please? Yeah, I got like just basically getting unstuck from whatever's been holding you back, including black magic. They just showed me with like God's hand going like this to black magic. Like, no, you're not having an influence any longer. You're not holding my people back any longer. And you're going to get yours. Been waiting for just the right moment to sweep over and just take care of it all. All right. Step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. You're ready. How ready do you need to be? Just be yourself. Be yourself with all your flaws and everything. Just go out there, get in the spotlight and lead. We need leaders in this world right now. So stop believing the black magic spell making you feel insecure about being in the spotlight. The truth is, you're perfectly ready. You just have to be in the moment, period. For whatever it is, whatever we're talking about. The new and scary thing that Satan keeps trying to get you to be afraid of, ought not be afraid of it anymore. Just be yourself and be present. And then you're there. Then you're out on stage and you're sharing yourself and, just seeing what happens from there. Welcome abundance into your life. You're getting stuck in so many different ways. And maybe this is creating your opportunity to get out there in the public eye and be that leader you know that you were born to be. Prosperity is on its way. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges, because it will. Be present. Oh, also, while you're trying to manifest and you're doing your affirmations, it also helps when you're meditating and you go into that space of like just feeling that vibration all over your body, and also sense that those eyeballs are looking back at you. And then when you feel that sensation, you feel all the vibration all throughout, and then you feel the expansion from the eyeballs looking at you, like you feel it in your heart or your stomach or whatever. It just takes it to a deeper level. Once you're in that state, then you state your affirmations. Thank you, God, so much for showing me just how supported and loved I truly am. Thank you, God, so much for bringing all this wealth into my life, giving me the power to make some incredible changes in this world. Thank you, God, so much for replenishing the planet. Thank you so much for whatever you want to see happen for the better. It's your world. It's your world. You create it how you want. Your prayers are being answered. If that's not confirmation, get in the present moment. Recognize that you're being observed. State your affirmation in that place and it will be answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you may not have expected. So have an open mind as to the solution coming and how it looks. Increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Okay. I feel like also I'm going to be having a group Zoom private session with a group of individuals. Anybody who wants to join me, I think it's $333 per person. And we're going to spend, I believe it's 7 weeks together up till the day before Thanksgiving. We're going to have a celebration that last day. It's every Wednesday in the evening, American time, or actually it's Central Time. It'll be like in the evening of Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving is when we're going to have our last like celebration. But every week up until then, starting October 11th, I believe. The details are in my services. So if any of you want to join me, we're just going to have a friendly chat every week, and I'm going to help you. It's almost like a Q&A. You can come with your questions about what's going on in your life and how best to navigate things. So going through these wonky few weeks that are to come, you know, and the fiat system going down and all that stuff might be happening. I'll be there to support you guys every week for an hour over Zoom. And we can just spend that time together, and I'll just emotionally in any way that I can just support you guys and be there for you. And it's kind of like mentoring, but not, I mean, it is mentoring, but it's not as structured as my normal like group mentoring would be. It's just, you know, just a Q&A and a chat between us all. Okay. So, and whatever books you're being drawn to, obviously when we're starting something new in a new chapter, you may have to learn new skills and abilities and all kinds of things. So, I just saw that as a quantum financial system is coming in, and it's going to be magical. I mean, it operates on energy. So it has a consciousness to it. So I feel like that quantum financial system is going to be happening in October, or it's going to be known that it's out there or something. You know how they say the humanitarians are going to be getting like some kind of a tablet, some kind of super, super high tech computer. That's what I just saw when I saw that. Trust. Okay, so I've been feeling trust your intuition card, but it's not coming out for some reason. But learn to trust your intuition and have confidence in it. Okay, so trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning, and healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. And keep looking up to God within you. God's not outside of us up in the sky, you know. He's within us, and he speaks to us here when we're centered. Oh, they just said for me to do a chakra clearing on you guys too. All right. Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation, and I'm here for you, helping you. Yay, Archangel Michael, thank you. All right, so let's do a general blessing for you guys. No, not a general blessing, sorry. Let's clear your chakras. So I'm just going to do some light language, and I'm going to go brighten up the colors of your chakra, aligning them, balancing them, getting them going the right direction. And I think the root chakra needs a lot of repairing right now with all the attacks, all the sex magic, and all the other garbage they've been throwing at us. So I'm going to just clear all the chakras and get you feeling like balanced again. All right. Drop your shoulders, take a deep breath. Touch our hands, say hala kipim ho mahana shichinche la asasena heela. Hippie no shushun sense lactena hapena chichinche so la so son sepina tateke la sensa shechena pu umaana. La sasena tikina puma chinche ela sase ena olokopon. Hala sasichiche na puho la ansa sase la kehila na puna ansan se che ela ken. Hapa wala una ansan se pe la hoshenche. Hala hama ma ana tatena satsa serena tatena la ke puhu shashenche shena tahi sasenta ki ena pum. Wow. Pupu huma hai. Halaka san se chichela. Sasa in a hopom homa ana. Hala sa la kirina te. Wow, I get a lot of energy in October. Like, wow, like you guys really coming into your power, feeling really strong. Those of you who watch my channel have been working on yourselves, and that's just super awesome. It looks like you're going to be really catapulted and just really going to excel this month. You're going to do really, really good. You're going to pass the test. Whatever test happens this month, you're going to be passing it with flying colors and really elevating to new levels. Good job. They said, keep it up. I forget what the orange chakra is. What is that one? It's not sacral. It's yeah, whatever the orange one is. It just like popped. It had a block in it and it just went poosh. And then it started pouring out the orange. So there was something holding you back right there. Oh, it is sacral, isn't it? Then what's the yellow one? Obviously, I'm not versed in chakras very well. Oh, here we go. I happen to have a chakra book right here. You guys probably already know it, but that's okay. Here we go. Yellow is solar, of course. Duh. The sun, solar. Okay. So for those of you who don't know what the chakras are, we've got the crown chakra on the top of the head. We've got the third eye chakra. Then we've got the throat chakra. Then we've got the heart chakra. The solar plexus is yellow. And then the sacral is orange. And then the root is red. And yeah, they look like this. And this is the book I'm reading from. It's a great book if you want to work on your chakras. Okay. Some of you are going to have like your gifts really developed in October, or like really like zinging along. I get like really zinging along, really being helpful and becoming easy to you. Things, stuff that you used to have to kind of struggle to strive to do, or you were questionable. I don't know if I'm really doing it right or whatever. It's going to be like, like really working like a well-oiled machine in October. Which is like part of the purpose of these energies, is that it was kind of building you up to start to master some of these new skills and abilities you have, further developing you. Okay, so what we were on the yellow, we were on the orange, yellow, orange, and then we're on the root. Oh yeah, the root. The root looks all like mangled and like limping along. Tataisa sela heshen pika halapon hapa ohai. Apelo sunsetidin tata ikela sunset change hela pohamaan. Ha la pumamo oka not sunse hela keshen chepuhamaan. I actually feel like for many of you, pornography is being healed. I know Ricky Schroeder has a new program. If you guys want to follow him on Instagram, he's got a new program helping people to overcome pornography addiction. And some other issues regarding that, like parental control, and it's like all things porno. He's dealing with that stuff and helping heal that. I'm not sure, which I'm so grateful he's doing that. Okay, so it feels like there's just like so many misunderstandings about sexuality, and it's not treated correctly. It's not treated as the sacred thing that it is. And I will say that even Anastasia, I'm still reading Anastasia. I will be until I'm done with the whole series. And the actual name of the series is The Ringing Cedars of Russia. And it's just, it's talking, we're gathering information in this series from Anastasia. So one of the things she says is that childbirth should be painless, without pain. The reason that people are in pain when they have a baby is because it was on lust. It was due to having sex for lustful reasons, rather than to procreate or out of a space of love for your partner. So we have abused sexuality massively, and it's because of the Satanist. Satanists have tried to take everything that is natural and godly about our existence, and because Satan wants to compete with it, he tries to say, I can do it better, bigger, better, bolder, in every way. Like, I can do it way better, but he'll never compare to God. There's just it's impossible. God will always win, and God is the ultimate creator, so he always trumps Satan. But Satan sure tries like crazy. And that's why he's always about illusions and lies, because he can never be the real deal. That's why, that gets really deep. But so Satan's taken anything that he can, and switched it on itself to make it seem like sex is this thing over here. It's raunchy and dirty and awesome and passionate and rah, you know? And it can be, but that's a misuse. You can get so much more out of it if you were to treat it like sacred sexuality, like tantra, where you can have orgasms for hours, you know, and you can learn self-control, and you don't have to have an orgasm. You can circulate it back through your body. Like, there's certain things, practicing restraint, that just really benefits your body. Sex is a good thing. Sex is just like reflexology, or on your hands or your feet or your tongue or your eyes or your ears and anywhere else. Like, having proper sex can be very, very healing for your body as well. So, and certain positions heal you of certain ailments. I mean, that's from Stephen Chang's book, The Tao of Sexology, Tao spelled Tao. So, I think they're just saying that it's an issue right now. So I'm going to try to bring some wisdom, bring some, like, I guess I hate using enlightenment in that way, but like bringing some light to it, bringing some truth to it, helping it settle in people's hearts what sex should be, what its potential truly is. We're settling by using it in a lustful way. Let's just put it that way. We're settling for little breadcrumbs. That's the slimy, scummy fast food that we've been settling for, when we could have, you know, the Grand Canyon view. We could have the most gorgeous sunset in the world, that kind of sex. So we're really depriving ourselves of something super incredible by the way that they've been teaching us in our movies and TV and all of that. Oh, it's so far out of whack, you guys, that the red chakra, the one that should be red, is white. I'm having to like pump some blood into it and like give it some real life, some good energy. Of course, the white was an illusion. I peeled it right off. So some of you are just believing something that's just totally false. But when something illusory gets peeled off and you see the bright red for what it is, oh, that makes so much more sense. You know, it's like I met somebody who was waking up. She said, I just feel like there's something this is so encouraging. Something's very wrong with our world, and I just can't put my finger on it. Just things are not coming together right now. It makes no sense. And she started telling me some of the things, like, there's got to be something more to this. I don't understand, but I know I'm very alarmed right now. I feel very scared and I don't know what's happening, but I know that what I'm seeing right now is not the truth of what's actually happening. So could you please tell me what's going on? I was like, thank you, God, for bringing this one. Thank you, God. And there are more and more people like this out there, you guys. So I was more than happy to tell her everything I could, and to, you know, give her all kinds of resources and things to help her through it. So yeah, their intuition is telling them. And, you know, when something actually sits right and makes sense, it just clicks. That's what red's supposed to look like. It's not supposed to be a pale pink. It's supposed to be like vibrant red, you know, and I've been settling for pale pink this whole time. So, I mean, I hope there better not be any kids watching this right now. No kids are supposed to be watching this. Because I was going to say, if you are expelling a certain substance from your body on a regular basis, men, even women, if you're climaxing, you basically expending a lot of energy. Also, you're putting your I don't know, it's like a leak in a way. Just you leak out a bunch of your good energy. If you let it go out instead of circulating it back in. So they're saying you could do qigong, or you could just replenish your chi somehow, some other way, like through meditation or something like that. So if you're doing that activity to cope or to sleep or whatever you need to use it for right now, if you feel like you need to use it in that way, you can, but replenish your Chi is what I'm getting. Replenish your chi and start to try to see things differently than you have before in regards to that matter we were talking about. Now it's a beautiful red, like a rose red. Beautiful. Okay. There are many other chakras, by the way, many other chakras than the ones that we've even addressed today, but these are the major ones that we know about. So you're nice and polished up now. All right. So now I'm going to do a general blissing. Oh, I just felt drawn to the world cards. Okay, so these are my cards available on my website. They're called World Truth Cards. Tell us about some things that we need to know about some of these things that are going on in October. So it's going to be kind of vague, and it may be, certain things will plug into certain things. So maybe you can have fun with it and just write these down or something. And then as things happen in the world, is it this one? Is it that one? Is it that one? Don't believe this for a minute. It's completely fake or false. Just have a good laugh. Don't take it too seriously, whatever's going to be happening in October. Don't let them make you afraid. Whatever you've been wishing, hoping, or praying for, it's on its way. Worrying will only slow it down. Your prayers are being answered, so have faith. Did they not say that earlier too? Your prayers are being answered. And it was right after I told you about doing affirmations from a present space. Someone's plan has been stopped, and they are switching tactics to still try to achieve their goal. They will not quit anytime soon if allowed to continue. They must themselves be stopped. And I just heard they will be stopped. Okay. And I had the feeling of October 4th, that rumor that's going around. The legal system is going to bring resolution to this matter. Be patient as the law works its magic. This will work out to your favor, so hang tight and stay positive. If you have a legal matter that's going on, it's going to work out in your favor. So I also feel like this is a time of the uprising of the correct law, common law, God's law, above the admiralty law. So the legal system as we know it is completely false and illegal, actually. Isn't that ironic? You know what I mean? All right. This situation involved love, or it does involve love. This is or was driven by true love's magnetism, or was a plan devised to prevent a union of two divinely guided souls meant to be. So some of these things are happening so that the power couples don't come together and help save the world. So let me do a blissing for unions to happen, because I feel like there are a lot of unions trying to take place this month, and they're just so close. So I want to make sure that I'm just going to remove any blockages that I can. We're going to use some Ganesh energy here and Moldavite. Yeah. Something's also about I have Moldavite necklaces. They're not actually made of Moldavite, but they have Moldavite energy in them and Ganesh energy. So those of you who have bought my necklace, I feel like those are going to be super strong this month. And I've already heard kind of a miracle story happen with somebody who just purchased hers. It was pretty awesome. So, all right. So let's let's protect these unions that are coming in any way that we can. I feel like so much playful energy. Okay. Halapo shashin shehela karehe nasa sepiela upahana ai no papan. Shishehela asan sepena kena asan sepin. You can't let your guard down with outside sources. If you become hopefully more subtly aware, just know that there are sharks swimming around just waiting for the scent of blood, so just be paying attention and protect your union. Pray together or protect each other energetically, whatever you need to do. And I just did a blessing to protect you guys, because when you're so enthralled with each other and so in love, and you're right there having those conversations that need to be had, and you guys are just buzzing, It's easy to get distracted, and they know it, and they're targeting those people. So I've put energy around, like a protective bubble around you guys while you're kind of in that honeymoon stage, to help a bunch of shitstorm from breaking out around you. Hala pan sa se la ho pa ha ba shin che he la ke san se tin ha e. Hapa ola ana san se pin che he la san se chin che he la ko na an. Para prino san se pina ai. Ah, yeah, that feels so much better. Okay, one more. This involves cancel culture or going against nefarious evil propaganda or brainwashing. This is or was a threat, so it was dealt with. Okay, so that might be the reason something's happened to somebody. If they try to bash somebody in October, if they try to make them look bad, it's because they were going against evil, and so they're trying to make them look bad. This will not or did not happen. So it just looks like a bunch of reassurance. I'm sorry, sweetie. Okay, now they're telling me to get some spirit cards. All right. It's not about always being positive. Negativity is still part of having an ego. It's about catching yourself being negative and picking yourself back up again as quickly as you can. Ask more questions to gain clarity about this instead of judging or assuming. So be careful never to jump to conclusions about something. Just ask a lot of questions first. Try to truly understand it. This involves illusory beliefs of guilt or shame. In other words, that negative AI, that black magic someone's putting on you, it's all illusory. You can make a bigger impact now and best honor your past by letting go of negative emotions and embracing a more positive outlook. You've done nothing wrong. You've never done anything wrong. You just might need to make a little turnabout. You might need to take a U-turn or just reassess things. The situation's just coming back around, so you can choose differently and pass the test. You have evolved past this. You just need to own it. I think it's time to make that move. What are you waiting for? Just do it. And for the people pleasers, if you let a bully have its way, the bully's wounds get even bigger. Pray instead for you to have the strength to stand up against it peacefully and for the bully to heal. All right. General blissing for everybody. Whatever you want to put your intention on having happen. Maybe you're going to help heal the earth, or prevent cataclysms, or bring everybody together and unite everyone, whatever you want that to be about, or even for your own personal stuff. You can do that. If you tend to be selfish, I would say take this as an opportunity to think about someone outside yourself, or about our world instead, because it's important going forward that we have the mentality of embracing all and everyone as a part of ourselves. So we need to be looking out for one another. All right. So as I'm putting my intention into this light language to help support whatever you have in mind, keeping in mind that I'm honoring free will for everyone involved, and that I'm asking for the best and highest good for everybody as well. Otherwise, it will not happen. Okay. I just got the word miracles again. If somebody out there has Cherokee heritage, you need to start speaking the language and take some pride in it. Stop hiding it. Even though your ancestors got in big trouble for speaking it before, it's time to embrace it again and to take your freedom back in that way. Empower yourself in that way. That could be other Native Americans as well. But so if this hits your heart, then that's meant for you. I am also seeing something about the loyalty of dogs. So if that rings a bell for you, they're saying that it's like second nature for a dog to be loyal to its owner. So have that kind of commitment and faithfulness to whatever you feel passionate about. Tatai san sipe na she juan. Tarapi na tateke and sa se shen. I just saw like a waterfall. And I feel like it's just a waterfall of emotions coming. But I feel like it's replenishing. Let yourself cry if you need to cry. Just keep bringing yourself back to center. Keep bringing yourself back to the present moment and feeling those feelings and watching that observer, just being aware of that observer watching you, and go forth and be bold and be peaceful always and have faith always and fear no evil. All right, you guys, have a great October, and I will talk to you soon.